Alright, hi guys. So, happy Monday. Thank God it's Monday. So, yesterday I did a blog on, a blog on the crystals, using crystals and incorporating crystals into our Ouija work. So, I kind of wanted to touch on that and just kind of see where everybody is at in Ouija Boot Camp. We might have another person joining in with us. So if you're joining in with us, you need to go back and you need to watch every video that has Ouija Boot Camp in it, and then you will need to actually go back and you will need to do the quizzes, and you will need to read all of the material that I've provided for you. So, what was I going to say? Just a little side note, love letters from Lucifer. Yeah, it leaked online somehow. I don't know who did it or how. But if you guys want, since it's so pricey right now, I will order it at my price, and then I will send it to you guys. So you will actually get a copy at not the price that they're selling it for, and I can't change that. I tried to. It was down, I got it down to 21 something from $26.99. So I wanted to do a $10.99 thing. They wouldn't let me, so I don't know if it's because it has so many more pages. It's an actual book. I will definitely be doing that for you guys today. Your oils, your organ pendants and bracelets are going out. Yes, all those are going out. I'm very, very pleased with the way all of the epoxy took to the canvas boards. So I'm very excited about that. And this one does glow. So this is yours, Chris. It actually turned out very, very, very well. So as you guys can see, very shiny. So yes, I'm very happy with the way these turned out. And it just makes them so much thicker. Just better. Two thick coats of epoxy. And then the planchette does it. Glides very easily. So it's a little bit of a mini board, but it's also, a piece of art. So you get not only a usable board, but you get a piece of art. So I thought it was pretty cute. So that's the first board. Once they're all finished, then I will send those. So, and these are going to be a little bit easier to send since they're tinier. They're 5x7s instead of 7x5 something. So just a little less room, but still, I still love those little boards, and they're very fun to create, especially when the canvas, it works better for me. The canvas, it just gives so much more room for, artistic little, details and accents and all that good stuff. So very, very excited about that. So, what else? Crystals. So I see that we all use crystals in our workings. Last night I did post a frequency chart based on sound. So based on sound, on how those stones actually vibrate. So I gave you, it was on the quartz crystal. So it was basically just on the quartz crystal. I'm not good at, I can't measure, I don't have that type of technology in my house. I can't afford that kind of technology to measure the vibrational speed of a quartz crystal. I don't think anybody has that type of money to get that kind of instrument to measure the, how fast it's radiating. And, I know quartz crystals are faster than light. We all know that. So for the first one, to incorporate within your workings, crystals are amazing. They are amazing. Get used to them. I gave you guys a how-to program your crystals. That is how I do it. That is how I have learned from Isis and Thoth. That is what I've learned from the union of Isis and Thoth, and from I don't know how many years of research with just everything witchcraft, pagan, all of it. So I've known how to program crystals since I've been about 7. But now I fully I fully grasp the concept of using the crystals in our work and what they do. And when you're 7, you just sometimes just don't grasp all that stuff. And then later on, it all comes back, and you're like, oh, okay, that's good. That's what I was trying to do, and it was so hard. So. Now, I am trying to find, I need your guys' help. Do you guys see that? The topper for that crystal point. I have to find those. So in order for me to properly send you guys pendants like this, I need to find those toppers. I don't know where, I don't know how. I've tried Amazon, I've tried eBay, I don't know. So if you guys can help me with that, then these are coming your way. Not this stone. This is mine. That's my stone. I love this one. But this, just the topper. So you guys will get these too. Because I can't wrap a quartz crystal or any crystal to save anybody's life. It would just not be good. So, alright, the first one is your basic quartz, regular quartz crystal. They come in many, many shapes and sizes. Double terminated, double whatever, double pointed, all of it. Pyramids, towers, pyramids, towers, cubes, all of it. Heart shapes, everything. So this is mine. This is what I use. And you can see I have wrapped it with some copper, just to kind of give it a little extra pull. Little extra energy, and this actually sets on the quartz crystal naturally gives off a clockwise motion energy, so that energy is being pulled up with the quartz wrapping. Make sure that they are about 1/4 of an inch apart, and it's going clockwise around the base, so this gives it a little more direction. So you can incorporate that. If you have a standing one, this is for healing, this is for Reiki. So it has a flat bottom, and it has your very nice point. So there's the flat bottom, and it stands. It's a very nice standing, small, but very beautiful piece of quartz. So you guys can either use that, but yeah, make sure that they are 1/4 of an inch apart, your coils on the wrapping, because it does with the 1/4 of an inch, it splits the positive ions, turns them into negative ions, and that's what we receive. So we want those negative ions, which are good for us. So, and then this amplifies everything. So it will amplify all the other crystals and stones that you're working with. You place around your board, it will amplify everything. And the best thing about these is that they are chargeable. They're used in computers, microphones, cameras, all of it. So literally I am transmitting my own frequency via literally a quartz crystal through the camera technology, through this computer technology. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. So, I will tell you that negative entities love these. They are perfect for hiding in. So, I gave you guys how to cleanse them. Cleanse them. All you have to do is take a little bit of salt, scrub them, rinse them with cool water. Boom. It's cleansed. Sage it 7 times through the smoke of the sage. And each time you do your heart breath before. Breathe in the sky, the earth. Let it mix alchemically. See that, feed it love. And then go on to give it a heart breath. And with each in-breath, you're going to invoke the energy of whoever, whatever, specific deity, spirit, ancestor, guide that you are working with via the board. So, and then make sure you talk to it. Talk to it. Tell it what it's going to do. I tell mine, I always cleanse mine. I always tell mine that they're going to just basically amplify any working that I'm doing. And that's what they do. So that's your quartz crystal. So many uses, so it's universal. Literally universal. I mean, everybody has a quartz crystal. You can go outside and find them so easily. So that is what I would recommend to start with, putting by your board. just to kind of amp up everything and draw in that positive angelic energy. So, and then yeah, just tell them what you want them to do. Tell your quartz crystal what you want it to do, and it will amplify all of your board working. It can do multiple, stick with one, really, one or two little intentions, like little quartz crystal, I want you to amplify my Ouija sessions for the greater good of all, for my greater good, so I get answers from source, spirit, and only of the positive. So keep those kind of intentions in mind when programming these, because they are very, they're like children. They soak up everything. Okay. Now for my next one, which is selenite, which I went and talked to you guys about last night. I love selenite. Selenite, all the bracelets that you guys are getting, everything has been charged on selenite. So everything, basically, it's kind of like quartz crystal, but it's completely not. It is, and should be, in the highest place in your working area, which I try with mine, and mine just stays where it should be, which is down on my third tier on my altar. So I can't find space on top. But if you can, and if you have one of these, with the light underneath, it actually transmits that light energy. So you receive healing from not only this, which brings in angelic energies and higher vibrations, but you also get, what was it? You also get, I forget what I was going to say. Yeah, it's a very good stone to work with. Higher vibrational energies. It charges, it recharges other stones. So say you have black tourmaline that needs to be charged 7 days, 24 hours, really, 24 hours, for it to actually program, completely cleanse any kind of stone. So your guys's pendants and bracelets were all charged on this, and it does draw in angelic energies, and it's got the pyramid structure almost, so it's going to bring in positive for your session. You can also program these. You don't have to program these if you program your quartz. They will work in conjunction and communicate together, which is really cool. So this is the programmer. This is what you program. And then it will just vibe, and it will communicate with the other crystals on what to do. So, but yeah, this is one of my favorite. The energy is very subtle. You don't realize it a lot, unlike Numite or Shungite. But that is a very nice crystal. So if you're lucky, you can find the ones very cheap on eBay with the base, and it has blue, green, and red or pink, purple. Very light colors, very nice colors. Angelic colors, soothing colors, healing colors is what the base comes with. Mine broke, so I just use it like this. So yes, when it does reflect that light, you are receiving that energy. So some people report having a sense of like a cool breeze when you have these around. I do. I experience that. They're always cool to the touch, no matter how hot, and they're very malleable. So they're very, very shards. So you can get these polished or unpolished. That's actually natural. So you can see it's actually very, very, there you go. So that's not polished or anything. That's my second favorite stone compared to the quartz crystal. So, yes, I gave you guys all a pop quiz. Monday morning pop quizzes, guys. Get on it. No, I'm joking. Okay, our next one. Rose quartz. This one has been used in so many spells, in so many oils. So, again, brings in love energy, brings in angelic energy. Yes, it sheds, because I have hammered this thing to death. So yes, another good one to put by your board. Doesn't matter where you place it. Just don't put it on the board. I mean, you can if you want, but the planchette's going to slide it off. So this, your rose quartz, you can get it in its raw form like this. You can get it tumbled. It doesn't really have too much of a pink. There we go. There's the color. So yes, there. And yeah, that brings in more angelic energies, higher vibrations. It's very subtle. It pulls onto the heart, so it always makes sure that you are in tune with your heart and with yourself and with love, self-love, love from source, love, just love in general. So that is a very good high vibrational stone to use for your Ouija workings. So that's another one, rose quartz. So in conjunction with the rose quartz, selenite, rose quartz, and the regular quartz, they all work together. So these are the stones that you really don't want to put in the sun. Like amethyst, you don't want to put amethyst in the sun at all. Excuse me. You want to charge the amethysts by the moonlight, or take a little bit of salt, like I said, scrub it, rinse it with cold water, and you're good to go. So these actually, the amethyst will connect us to the spiritual worlds, higher vibrational realms. So that's the ethereal, the higher ups. So we don't get these astral nasties in our board session. So yes, do these the same way. This is actually from my dear friend Bonnie. Thank you, I love it. I love my amethyst. So yeah. So it works in conjunction with the selenite, the rose quartz, and the regular quartz. So yes, that one's chipping too. That's natural form. What else? Okay, shungite. You don't have to have much shungite. Shungite is actually 2 million years old. I think it's 2 million years old. So I have a tiny pyramid. I have a big pyramid too. I have the bracelet. I have the stones, the water, all of it. So this actually joins, literally it's as above, so below. So it is bringing together what we want. It is bringing together the spiritual with the physical. So hence it's a manifestation stone. So that is what shungite's for, spiritually. Shungite goes well with any stone. You can mix that with anyone. And shungite can be left in the sun for however long, since it is a black stone. So you don't need to worry about, leaving it, in the sun for too long. You can't leave it in the sun for too long. It's just going to get, charged up even more and cleansed even more. Alright, next stone. This is Numite. This is called the alchemist stone. As you can see, the gold flecks in it. Very, very rare, very expensive. So I suggest small pieces, small bits. I think you can see the gold flecks in there. Yeah. And what this does is it connects you, it shows you. So this is a stone that actually teaches. So it has a lot of things to tell you. It has a big story to tell you. There's a big chunk of gold in there. So this actually, in conjunction with all the other crystals, are going to help you connect with basically more cosmic archetypal energies. So it stores a ton of information about the earth. It's said that these actually hold the history of humans and earth and of the universe. That's just one of their stories behind this stone. So it is like the Xanax of stones. So yeah, very expensive. They're very rare. make sure that if you do get these, you don't pay an arm and a leg. So get a smaller bit. So yes, this will intensify. When I first got this, I started seeing Egypt. That's all I saw. This is before I began my my journey into Egyptian mysteries and Heka, Egyptian religion and witchcraft and magic. So, and I kept seeing. I would meditate with this every night, and I kept seeing these pyramids, and I had no idea why. And I would see the people, the councilmen, at the top of Undal, and I didn't know what any of this meant. And then it all came together. So this actually held, I don't know where it's from, but it actually held some type of memory or teachings or guidance within it. So it actually taught me. It showed me and helped me, direct me on my path. It's good for shadow working, bringing out our fears, transforming them into gold. So yes, another very amazing stone that you guys can use with your board in conjunction. So I love Numite, and Numite is, I actually have a smaller pendant that I wear daily of it. Very good stone. Numite is, I think, 2 or 3.4 billion years old. So Numite and Shungite are atop some of the oldest stones in the history of this world, which is amazing, aside from gold and stardust, which is what we're made of, literally stardust. So the black stones are really good to help though with shadow work. So if you have fears of something, these stones are going to, especially the Numite, this is going to show you your fears. This is going to make you face your fears, and you will transform those fears with this stone, with the help of this stone. So treat them nicely. Treat these as you would if it, because it does literally have an energy in it, a consciousness. So treat it with respect, and you'll get respect back. Ooh, it's getting dark. I don't want it to storm. So, black obsidian. Black obsidian gives off its own electric charge when rubbed, like this. So you can sit here and you can rub it like this, charge them, and think of your intentions for your board working, who you're contacting, what you're doing. That was really weird. I just felt a really cold breeze right there. So really, yeah, start to rub it like that. Think of fears, think of things that you want to transform, see the end result, and keep doing that, and that creates its own electrical charge literally inside. So you can use these in board work. You can wrap them with copper. They can become harmonizers, which harmonizes your aura. It harmonizes the chakras, and it will harmonize your session as well. So many things that you can add to the board to just amp up everything. So yes, there's another stone, black tourmaline. Black tourmaline also gives off its own electric charge. If you rub it just like this one, the black obsidian, it will give off its own electric charge. So black stones teach us. They make us go into our shadow selves to face our fears and to transform them. So these can be left in the sun. Doesn't matter for how long. So that is my basic right there. Amethyst, quartz crystal, regular quartz crystal, Numite, Shungite, and Selenite. That is my basic group of stones that I use within my my sessions. So you can add in some stones like, say, red carnelian for energy, for like quickness on the board. You could make a planchette, or you could somehow incorporate red carnelian in the planchette, which I have done, which gives very good results, and it's very quick. So yes, it's just overall an amazing stone. Amazing stones to work with. I'm trying to think of what else. What else? Orgone. Orgone, again, is going to amp up your, the pyramids will amp up your session. You can, well, the ones that I've made for you guys are all purely to enhance and get a better session and bring in higher vibrational energies. So it's good stuff. All the crystals that you can get are good. So yes, do that if you can. If you want to incorporate crystals, you don't have to. That's not a have to. And then, yeah, it helps. Just a helper, an anchor. So those are some of the things that anchor me to the board, that let me know that I'm going to have a great session, and all of that. So, what else? The buffering stage. I notice that a lot of you are getting the buffering stage. That is good. Just let it go. Let it keep going. What you hear, what you feel. If you feel, or if you hear your guide telling you, and it's doing the buffering stage, say it's going, it's just moving. And if you hear your guide say something, like it should be over a certain letter, do it. Do it. Trust that first voice, not the second voice, the first. And you will have great communications with these boards. Promise. You guys will be Ouijaing the way I do when I am done with you guys. Oh, I froze up a little bit. Crap. So yes, very exciting stuff. The buffering stage is completely normal. You guys should be experiencing that. It is literally establishing a connection. So buffering, literally. What else? Time and space. Spirits know no time or space. So if you want to Ouija in a cemetery, you don't have to. You don't have to. All you have to do is envision, think, feel of that place. If you want to connect with an energy across the world, think, feel that energy. Think it, feel it. You will attract it. So it's very simple. It's very, very simple. So, what else? What else? Test who you are talking to. If you can't have somebody, if you can't, like for me, I have my grandma, I can go back and I can ask my mom, or, my grandfather, or somebody in the family who, if she says something, did she really do this in life? Yes, she did. So if you guys can't find that, just have to trust your gut. Trust it. So that's all you got to do, is trust. Trust in the process and know that it's going to be good. Know that you are going to have correct and accurate information. Even I get bad sessions. Even I get wrong. I'm wrong a lot, all the time. So, you guys, it's just a part of how we Ouija. It's just a part of how we Ouija. Let's see, sodalite. That would help you guys focus, concentration, while you're doing the board. Sometimes we get too many stones and it kind of just sends us into orbit, outer space. It really does, especially when you start with Pneumite. It literally it kind of makes you feel wobbly until you really get used to it. So I have gotten used to mine. I wear mine every day. It always has something to tell you. It's got a story to tell you. So really listen. Listen to what these stones have to tell you. And make sure you write down everything that you feel, that you hear, all of it. So, what else? What else? You can just go wild with your imagination with crystals. Go wild with your imagination with the crystals. I guarantee you that you will find your crystal. You will find one in particular that you are very, very drawn to. You will actually learn from these little babies. You will learn. They have a story to tell, big time, especially new minds. It's getting really dark, especially new minds. These boards, what I've done, thank you to my spiritual brother Eric, Mr. Mothman, sent me, on the beaches in Florida, my grandma used to bring me back sand, and seawater, which always smelled really bad after, opening up the bottle and having to pitch it. So, what I did with my epoxy, I mixed in a little bit of beach sand with these, just with this one so far. And what that does is you have literally quartz crystal embedded in your Ouija. So, make sure you cleanse them, make sure you sage them. You can actually literally charge your board. How amazing. So, yeah, I'm very proud of this one. Sorry guys, I'm just very proud of how that turned out. You can kind of see it glow. That little bit of lilac it gives off. That's how it should look. So yes. I wish I could get it to actually glow. But yes. So those, once I'm finished with all the boards, they will go out. Definitely. So yeah, candles. You can get a regular candle. This is what I get. I literally go to the dollar store and I get, it's unscented, very nice candles. So you can get any kind of candle, program it, tell it what you want it to do, specifically for your Ouija session. Another anchor. Anything that you feel is going to make it better, to anchor you into the spiritual world. It's a very good thing. So if you feel comfortable using prayer, Hail Mary, Our Father, the Apostles' Creed, all of that before a Ouija session, do it. Do it. If you feel that you should be reading something from the Quran, do it. If you feel like you should be reading something from the Satanic Bible, do it. But you guys are not into that, so don't do it. Don't do it. Nothing against it, because, it's not, it's really windy. It's not bad. It's not evil. So, but yeah, we're not on that page. I'm not, on that page. I totally respect, total respect for Satanists, because they are some of the nicest people that you will ever meet. And that's true. Very true. I have one very dear, two darling friends, two sisters that are Satanists, and they are the sweetest people in this entire world. So, what else? Jewelry. Dress before you Ouija. Shower. Feel good. Do what you gotta do. Put your jewelry on. Do your makeup. Put your cologne on. Put on what you feel like you're going to get a good session from. If you feel like you're going to get a good session from dressing up, go ahead, dress up. Literally, dress up. If you feel like you're going to have a good session that way. Perfect. Amazing. You guys will get it. So anything that you feel, really feel, let your heart's brain help you with this. So, yeah. So that is it for today, guys. That is just another addition to the Ouija Boot Camp. So this is lesson 4, crystals, fine-tuning yourself with crystals. I did want to just kind of go over it a little more, because obviously, I can't get all of this out in a blog. So yeah. I have got to go mail your guys' stuff. So, I will see you all tomorrow. And we will go over more. And just let me know, everybody in Ouija Boot Camp right now, let me know. Let me know how you're doing. If you have questions, ask me. If you feel like you're being rushed, tell me. If I'm putting too much information out too fast, tell me. So, I just want you guys to be comfortable, and I want you guys to learn at your pace. So, alright guys, that's it for today. So, I love you all very much. Thank you guys for being amazing students. So I love you all from Venus all the way back down. And I will see you all tomorrow. And you guys have until tomorrow for the pop quiz, so really think about this one. So, alright guys, I love you all very much with all my heart. Thank you for all your support, everything. It's amazing. You guys are amazing. So, alright guys, I love you all, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.